Good job, bro. Good job. I'm just saying that you've been doing it like your whole demeanor from last year is totally different. I was saying good job.
Good or bad?
Good. Keep at it.
Can you explain what PFT's role is tonight?
Dave, do you know what PFT's going to do tonight? He's going to be the Rico Bosco beat reporter. So he's going to shadow him the whole time, and then once a half, he'll go find Roan and give us an update on Mopey Bosco.
How is he compared this year compared to last year in the moat meter?
The minute I told him he was mopping, he went back to Mopey Bosco.
Look at Jerry in there. Jerry's in there. He's getting it up. Look at him. He's testing it for the players.
A lot of sweat on the floor.
And
Jersey Jerry cleaning it up.
I've been alerted on the other end. Rico might have handed off his mop to a little kid. So hit.
How you doing? Good. The pros, I need to follow you around.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What am I doing?
I don't know what you're doing. You doing mop?
I don't know. I think so.
Would you do mop?
Yeah. Good to go.
Are you upset about the mop?
Good to go. Whatever they need.
If you had your call your way, would you do mop?
Yeah. Good to go. Team player.
Rico, I have a question for you.
What's up?
So you're wearing a Arizona State jumpsuit.
Yeah, I got to pick up my FAU pullover.
Do you think that's going to affect your sort of bias,
I do have bias.
neutrality? Okay, so you're openly rooting for.
I've never been what's up? I've never been a fan of the Mississippi State alumni. Let's just say that. You want my sheet too?
Appreciate it.
What? You need it or not?
I'm good.
Yeah.
Can I see the notes?
Yeah, I got another copy of this.
So these are handwritten human copies?
Yep.
Okay.
You learn things when you write them down.
Yeah, I actually agree with that.
I don't know if this is a bad report. I think I'm in a good spot. Been acting pretty good. Did what everybody else asked. I don't know why I'm being shadowed.
What happens if your team loses? Either one of your teams?
We'll be upset, but
Well, we'll be upset.
yeah, I mean, I'm like this with the staffs. So
Why were you upset last week?
I was in bad mental spot.
We're over that.
Are you upset this year?
Nope.
Not at all?
Jerry did a really good job last year.
Yeah, he did.
I'm here with Caleb Presley. We're getting ready for the game. Caleb, you were very close with Rico last year during the Barstool Invitational, right? Can you tell me a little bit about like what his mindset was like going into the game?
He's in a dark place.
Dark place?
Yeah.
How so?
We didn't know anything about basketball. He was in a big gambling hole. And so he tried to win all his money back off one bet. He borrowed the money, but if he won, he was going to get all of his cash back. To bet even.
Okay. And it didn't work out?
You see him.
I think this is going to be a big night for Rico. I'm excited to trail on tonight. So.
What can we do to help him?
I think just be positive, uplifting.
Yeah.
Don't really say anything to him because then he'll take that as a negative no matter what it is you say. So maybe just like don't talk to him except saying, "Good job, Rico."
Okay.
Good
Good job, bro. Good job. I'm just saying that you've been doing it like your whole demeanor from last year is totally different. I was saying good job.
Good or bad?
Good. Keep at it.
After some pregame interviews, I headed out to the court where I could finally observe Rico in action. And in action is what I saw.
Analysis?
C-. That's like when your mom asks you to pick up your toys.
As the game started, I began to realize that Rico was a little bit upset at just about everything. I studied his body language on the court. He seemed to be angry when FAU was losing, when calls went against them, and really when he had to go out on the court to mop. Rico also was quite upset with the officials and most notably the clock table, who had a snafu on the opening tip that Rico very helpfully brought to the attention of the referees.
Opening tip, the ball's fucking bouncing around, and I'm watching, and Loyola gets it, and I'm rooting for FAU, so help me. But they're at 27. Let the shot clock run.
I think that ref has against Rico. Rico was alerting him to the table inaccuracies.
I think so
I
too.
think that was like a statement of power. Where it's like, oh yeah, you're gonna tell me I'm doing wrong, get out here, I'm off this side.
Rico spent more time lobbying for the Florida Atlantic Owls, foul calls, coaching the guys on the court, digging into the refs, than he did on the mop. Basically a coach for FAU, and to ask him to do the mopping was a little bit beneath him. Rico was about business. He had bigger fish to fry. He had a game to win.
Okay, halftime update. Rico got off to kind of a rocky start, started a beef with the cameraman right next to him. They got into a turf war. There were elbows, there were looks, there were words exchanged between the two of them, really right as the game started, so that wasn't great. As far as Rico's performance on the mop goes, he's a little inattentive to the spots because he's focused on the action on the court. He tends to go out there like one hand on the mop like he's walking a sick cat and just hold it out to the side and then start yelling at the team, yelling at the refs, giving table updates to the refs. He's been working the refs on the table that we might have slow fingers, and then later on in the half, and it felt like retribution, like we might have a skull on our hands and stripes. The ref blew his whistle at Rico, very demeaning, and it was like, get over here, mop this floor. But Rico was like, fine, whatever. Goes over, mops it up. But to me, unbiased observer, it felt like the ref was sending Rico a message from all the chatter that he's done in the first half regarding the table. So there's definitely like, they're at odds right now. Rico's also offering coaching advice to the FAU players on the court, encouraging them to take charges and telling them which players on Loyola are out of control, are not controlling their bodies correctly.
The second half had its share of drama, including a very interesting interaction with Nicky Smokes when he decided to bring the mop over to clean up the beer instead of the more appropriate choice of towels.
They're on his ass in the broadcast right now. They're saying his effort's slow, but then he did point out that Nicky Smokes spilled, so there's a lot of pressure that was on Rico Bosco that's now on Nicky Smokes.
Oh, Rico, we have a delay due to Rico mopping.
Oh no.
He's getting yelled at.
Duh.
I mean, look at how slow he's arguing with people. He's going in slow motion.
Yeah, this is
No sense of urgency.
The crowd's
crazy.
booing. What the hell is
Get
he
on your
doing?
knees and
What is
rub
this?
it.
Now the players are helping.
Yeah, what are you doing, dude?
Guys, I'm here with Rico Bosco. Rico, can you describe your attitude and what your responsibilities are right now?
Well, it's taking a bit of a knock, no names, but maybe a guy from Florida who got hired recently spilled the beer and had a big laugh, so the mop is now compromised, a lot of liquid. Spill a beer and have a fucking laugh, and then the thing's compromised.
You had a big laugh. You feel good. It's all good.
It looks like you don't care, but I know you actually do care. Nicky Smokes an alcoholic. He spilled the whole fucking beer on the sideline.
I was sitting there enjoying my beer. I put the cap on, I dropped it. It spilled a little, and I was like, yo, Rico, I need you. And he came over and cleaned it with the fucking floor mop instead of the fucking towel. Any mop guy knows you don't use a floor mop to clean a beer. Being a mop guy, you have to know you don't clean beer with a floor mop. How was you grade them?
B+.
B+ in terms of what?
I mean, I got compromised. Tried to make the best of what I could.
What do you mean by that?
The spilled beer.
That's tough. It was adversity.
Yeah, it was.
And so you decided not to do the second.
They said mix it up. You can do different things, so we'll do 40 job.
So we're retired from the mop?
Yeah.
All right, so Rico Bosco has decided to retire from the mop after one game. He's going to pass the torch to another guy that was sitting courtside. Then he's going to sit courtside himself for the second game. So overall, I give Rico a B. The mopping was definitely not up to standard. However, everything else about his performance was great. Rico did affect the outcome of this game. He got several shot clock resets, got some reviews enacted, called out some plays, called some media timeouts, got into a fight with the cameraman next to him. So overall, I think Rico, I'm going to give him a solid B for this game. I'm not comparing him to Jersey Jerry because we all know, like Jerry is really, really good at the mop. Rico is no slouch though either. Rico's no slouch.